Welcome to Yoga with Stephen. This video is part of our flowing warm-up series. Today we're going to warm up from reclined position, lying on our back. A great way to practice yoga if you're feeling tired and exhausted. You can use this video to warm and ease your lower back. You can use it to stretch and strengthen your core, and you can also use it to start your yoga sequence in a relaxing way. We normally lie on our back perhaps when we're sleeping or maybe watching the television, but we often don't think about it that much, the feeling of lying on our back. And it really is a wonderful feeling, the sense of your back being held by the earth, feeling the almost the embrace of the earth as you're lying there, your upper body opening up to the vastness of the sky. It's really a very relaxing and uplifting experience, which is very much in the spirit of yoga and meditation. Now we're going to start our flow by rolling backwards from standing position. This should feel comfortable and enjoyable. If it hurts your back, if your back has got kind of lumpy sections and you're kind of banging into them, then it's not recommended. Just lie on your back, hug your knees into your chest and do the side to side rolls that we'll do afterwards. Okay, let's get flowing. So we're going to start at the front of our mat and we're going to roll backwards, taking hold of those ankles, getting a nice forward and back massage of the spine. And then we're going to hug our knees into our chest, relax our head back into the ground, and we'll do a few side to side rolls. In this position I'm clasping my fingers so that my knees are hugged close to the body. Also with the fingers clasped there, they can actually relax in a way because they're gripping, supporting each other. Some people do it holding their legs, but there's that sense of just kind of gripping somehow and holding onto something. Whereas if you clasp those hands together, you'll notice it feels kind of more relaxing. It's a slightly bigger stretch of the legs and thighs too. Make sure your head is on the floor, so you're massaging the back of the head, not lifted off the floor, straining your neck. And it's a nice massage for the sides of the hips too. And another little exercise you can do in this position is now do grip the knees and with your hands, and you can do little hip rotations, knee rotations to massage the sciatic joint at the base of the spine. This is also a very nice exercise. And back again into the relaxing position, feeling your metabolism slow down. So keeping that lovely soft feeling, we're going to bring our feet onto the mat, bring those feet together, and the knees are going to flop out to the side in a bound angle position. And we're now going to spread those arms wide too, so you have that lovely feeling of the chest opening, knees stretching out to the side. Back of your body sinking down into the ground, front of the body's opening up to the vastness above. Keeping that lovely relaxing feeling, we're going to lift that top knee and bring it over to the other knee into that classic gentle spinal twist. And then I'm going to then twist my head in the opposite direction. We're going to change over to the other side. And what we're aiming for is you're aiming for the bottom knee to be on the ground, the top knee to be on the bottom knee. It may not get there, but that's the direction that we're going in. And then you're aiming to twist the head in the opposite direction. Now you notice where you can feel it. You might feel it in the hips, you might feel it in the knees, you might feel it in the shoulder. Yoga helps us to become aware of problematic areas in the body. Brilliant. And we're going to lift those legs up again. And we'll do some classic leg stretches. I'm just getting back up the mat a little bit. Classic leg stretches. So I'm going to squeeze that right knee now into the chest. Feel that lovely stretch in the leg, the lower back pushing down into the ground. And we're going to now increase it by going into a big squeeze. Bringing my nose up to my knee. It's one of the classic things with yoga, stretching and squeezing. So in the first position, my left knee is stretching. It's a very relaxing feeling. Back of the head still sinking into the ground. Now I'm turning it into a more intense squeeze of the body, squeezing all those organs in the centre of the body. Now we're going to lift the right leg up into the air, clasp those hands behind. That's your starting position. We can increase the stretch by lifting those hands up the leg, lifting the body off the mat, feeling that leg stretch, and then letting the body come back, just increasing that leg stretch a bit. And there's a squeeze variation of this too, if you want to try it, which is to bring your head or your knee to your head or your head to your knee. Just increases the stretch at the end. Let's have a go on the left side. Let's lift that leg up in the air. Hands behind the thigh is your classic starting position. Let's increase it. Hands up the leg, body off the mat. And then, depending on your elasticity, stretching back. Head towards the mat again. Again, this is a warm-up stretch. We're not trying to be too forceful with the limbs. Obviously, you're aiming for straight-ish limbs, nose to knee, but it doesn't matter particularly. Just stretch according to your capacity, what's good for you. Excellent. So there's some classic stretches. So let's just strengthen the core a little bit now. So we're going to lift those hips up into the air, bring them back down again. Lift those hips up in the air and bring them down again. Breathing in, lift your hips up, breathing up, bring those hips down. One more time, lift them up. Now we're going to keep them up in the air if you can, and we're going to straighten that leg and lift the leg straight up and forwards and straight up and forwards and down again. Have a go on the other one. Try to engage the leg, pull the foot back so the knee's engaged. Again, we're just tightening the muscles around the leg. Leg straight up and forward. Bring it down. Hips up in the air again. If you can keep them up, have a go at tiptoe. Heel, tiptoe, heel, tiptoe, heel, and we're coming back down again. And then we're going to just stretch out that back again in the other direction. Brilliant. Now we're going to straighten our legs. And we're going to lift those arms up in the air. This is a very nice, relaxing feeling. It's an inversion of the arms. With all inversions, you get that reversal of pressure on the limbs, and it always feels very relaxing. And we're going to turn it into reclined crocodile. So we're going to stretch those arms out behind us. You may get your hands onto the floor. You may get your arms into your ears. You may be able to touch the thumbs. Whatever feels good for you, just enjoy that lovely stretch going backwards. This is actually a really good stretch for the limbs, for the arms and the shoulders. Something you can work on if you struggle with this position. One way of doing it is one arm at a time. So now we're going to go into star pose. So we're going to separate the arms out to the side, and we're going to legs out to the side too, creating a star position. So we want sort of halfway between arms out and arms up, halfway into a star shape position. Wonderful feeling, stretched out in all directions. So now we are going to engage everything by lifting those arms and legs up together. I've just seen a whole load of geese flying off to sunnier weathers up above me. Okay, so now we're going to roll up into boat position. Up we come into boat position. Now, the secret of boat position is, the easy way into boat position is to bend the knees. So you might find, and if you can't roll up, do it from seated position. So bending the knees as you work around, and then as you practice it, you get used to straightening those legs, building up that core strength. If you want to increase it more, you can practice lifting the legs, lifting the arms, lowering the legs. Exercises like that just help to engage those muscles more. And we're going to come up now into seated position. So having really just tightened the core there for a moment, we are going to stretch it all out again in cat position. Actually, this is also called cow position. All fours is cow position, essentially. Stretching it forwards and backwards is usually cat position. It's called cat position, or you can call it cat and cow position, depending on how you want to do it. But stretch the back up, head goes down, back down, head up. Breathing out, your back goes up, your head goes down. You're looking at your knees. Breathing in, your back comes down, your head goes up. Breathing out, feel the stretch in the middle of your back, in your neck, in your hips. Breathing in, your spine comes down. Wonderful way to ease off the back, warm off the back. It's a bit of a go-to position for me if I've got a strain. Breathing out, your spine goes up. Now we can activate things a bit more if we want to. So let's go for a slightly more active variation, which is downward dog. Upward dog. So the weight is in your hands and feet with this one. Downward dog. Upward dog. One more time. Downward dog. Heels into the ground as much as you can. Upward dog. And then we're going to go into core position. We're going to go into plank position just to really tighten that core again. Wonderful. And let's now stretch that back out again in kneeling prayer position. So I'm just coming onto kneeling position and I'm stretching forwards. And then I'm coming up again. You can even do that a few times too. It's a very nice feeling, stretching forwards, breathing out. Breathing in, flowing up. Stretching forwards. Breathing in, flowing up again. And we will now stand back up again. And that is the end of our morning warm-up in reclined position. Have a wonderful day.